How can you really tell if her love is real? Words are easy, but consistent actions speak louder. If you're trying to figure out whether she's deeply in love or just along for the ride, this video is your answer. Stay tuned for 7 powerful signs that reveal when a woman genuinely loves a man, and none of them are just about saying, "I love you." Don't skip. The final sign is the one most people overlook, but it says everything. Let's go right in. Here are 7 things women do when they truly love you. 1. She wants to understand your world. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't just admire you from the outside. She steps in closer, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. She wants to understand your world not out of curiosity, but out of deep care. She listens, really listens. When you talk about your dreams, your daily grind, even the things you think no one else would find interesting, she asks you about your job, not just to make small talk, but because she wants to understand what your everyday life feels like. What challenges do you face? What excites you? What stresses you out and keeps you up at night? She's not trying to fix things, she's trying to see things the way you do, and it's not just the big stuff. She notices the little things. How you take your coffee, the music that calms you down, the way you go quiet when something's on your mind. She stores these details like treasures because they matter to her, because you matter to her. When you talk about your past, your childhood, your struggles, your wins, she listens with wide, curious eyes, not judging, not interrupting, just holding space for you to be vulnerable. That's love, real love. She might even take an interest in your hobbies, your favorite shows, or the things you geek out over. Not because she suddenly loves those things too, but because she wants to share space with you, in your joy, your weirdness, your world. A woman in love doesn't want to just be a part of your life. She wants to understand the parts of you that nobody else sees. And when she does, when she truly gets you, she doesn't run, she stays. She supports. She becomes your safest place. That's when you know, she's not just interested, she's in love. 2. She includes you in her future plans. When a woman genuinely loves you, the way she speaks about the future begins to shift. It's no longer just her goals, her dreams, or her next steps. It becomes our future, our journey, our plans. She starts to naturally and effortlessly weave you into the fabric of what lies ahead. She doesn't have to announce it with fireworks. You'll hear it in the little things, like when she says, "When we get a place," or "next year, we should travel to," or "if we ever have kids." Her language subtly moves from I to we, not because she's trying to lock you in, but because in her heart you already belong there. A woman in love begins to picture life with you, the everyday moments and the big milestones. It could be something as small as picturing what your weekends would look like 5 years from now, or something as meaningful as how you'd both handle family challenges, finances, or even retirement. She starts planning not just for you, but with you. And it's not just about romance, it's about partnership. She wants to know if your values align. She wants to build with you, not around you. She's curious about your dreams too, because any future that doesn't include you suddenly feels incomplete. Even her independent ambitions may start to carry traces of you. Not because she's losing herself, but because love, when it's real, doesn't erase individuality, it enhances it. She sees a future where both of you thrive, together. So when she brings up plans and you find yourself naturally included, understand this. It's not by accident, it's love in motion. Quiet, powerful, lasting. Because when a woman truly loves you, imagining a future without you doesn't feel right, and planning one with you just makes sense. 3. She adjusts without losing herself. When a woman truly loves you, something beautiful happens. She begins to adjust, not in a way that makes her disappear, but in a way that makes room for both of you to grow. Genuine love doesn't require her to abandon who she is, but it does inspire her to stretch, to meet you halfway, to understand you more deeply, and to support you more fully. You'll notice it in the little things first. Maybe she starts waking up earlier, just to match your schedule. Maybe she learns about your favorite football team, even though she never watched a single game before. Or maybe she starts adjusting how she communicates, not to silence herself, but to better connect with how you listen and process. This kind of adjustment is not about control or obligation, it's about love's quiet generosity. She might go out of her way to learn what makes you feel valued, what stresses you out, and how best to show up for you, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually. and in return she hopes you'll make space for her too. But here's the key difference. She doesn't lose herself in the process. A woman in love grows with you, not beneath you. She keeps her identity, her passions, her principles, her boundaries, but she's open to evolution. Because love, at its best, is a collaboration, not a sacrifice. She still fights for her dreams. She still holds on to her voice. But she also knows that if this connection is real, it's worth investing the effort to make it thrive. It's not about changing who she is. It's about expanding who she is, to include you. So if you see her adapting, compromising, learning, or softening in ways that make your bond stronger, without losing the essence of who she's always been, know this: it's not weakness. It's not submission. It's love, matured and intentional. Because when a woman genuinely loves you, she doesn't just want things to work. She wants them to flourish. And she's willing to do the work, as long as she doesn't have to disappear to do it. 4. She defends you in your absence. Real love doesn't just speak when you're in the room. It echoes when you're not. One of the clearest signs a woman truly loves you is how she speaks about you when you're not around. When others are quick to criticize, judge, or joke at your expense, she doesn't stay silent. She speaks up. She shields your name. This isn't about pretending you're perfect. She knows your flaws. She's seen your bad days, your mistakes, your rough edges, and still she won't let anyone reduce you to them. Because to her, loyalty is more than a word. It's a way of loving. Whether it's her friends gossiping, or family members making comments you didn't ask for, she sets boundaries, calmly, firmly, not because she can't hear the truth, but because she believes love should be respectful, even in disagreement. She might say, "That's between us," or "He's working on that," or sometimes just a simple "let's not go there." Because to her your reputation is worth protecting. She honors you even when you're not there to see it. She doesn't let people plant seeds of doubt in your relationship. She doesn't laugh along with jokes that tear you down. She defends you, not to hide your imperfections, but to remind others, and herself, that love is about grace, not perfection. This kind of woman knows that loyalty isn't proven in the spotlight. It's revealed in the quiet moments, in the closed conversations, in how she holds your name when you're not around to defend it yourself. When a woman loves you, your dignity matters to her. Your name is safe in her mouth, even in your absence. That's rare. That's real. That's love. 5. She remembers the little things. Love isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers in the smallest details. When a woman genuinely loves you, her memory becomes selective, in the most meaningful way, not because she tries to memorize facts about you, but because her heart is tuned to notice. She remembers the kind of coffee you like, not just the flavor, but how many sugars, how hot you like it, and the way you stir it before drinking. She remembers that offhand comment you made 3 weeks ago about your mom's birthday, or how you once said you hate Wednesdays because they drag. She picks up on your moods, your patterns, your sighs, the emotional language you speak without words. It's not about being perfect or having a checklist. It's about presence. A woman in love notices you. She pays attention when you speak, even when you think you're rambling. She holds on to the things you didn't even realize you revealed. Your fears, your quirks, your hopes. And when she brings those things up later, casually, lovingly, it's a sign that you live in her heart, not just her mind. You see, remembering the little things is her way of saying, "I see you. I care enough to keep pieces of you with me." Whether it's picking up your favorite snack after a hard day, or sending you a text about something you mentioned in passing, these small acts echo something far bigger: commitment, attentiveness, and emotional intimacy. This is how love shows up between the grand gestures. It's not always flowers and surprises. Sometimes it's her recalling the name of your childhood dog. Sometimes it's her knowing when to give you space, without you asking for it. Sometimes it's her gently reminding you of your strengths, when you're buried in self-doubt. All because she's been listening, absorbing, and cherishing the details that make you you. And in a world full of distractions, that kind of attention is rare. When a woman remembers the little things, don't brush it off. It's not random. It's not luck. It's love. Consistent, quiet, and intentional. Speaking volumes through silence. 6. She wants you to win, not just for her. Real love isn't selfish. It doesn't root for someone only when it benefits the relationship. A woman who genuinely loves you wants to see you rise, even in areas where she's not directly involved. Your success becomes her joy, your progress, her pride. She's not in it just to say, "That's my man." She's in it because she truly believes in the man you are and the man you're becoming. When you talk about your goals, she listens, not to correct or control, but to support. She asks how she can help, what you need, or just gives you the space and encouragement to go after what matters most to you. Her support isn't always loud. Sometimes it's in the quiet reminders, "You've got this," or "Don't forget how far you've come." Other times it's in the way she celebrates your wins, no matter how big or small, as if they were her own. And here's the key, even when your victories have nothing to do with her, she claps the loudest. She pushes you, yes, but never to make you someone you're not. She pushes you to unfold, to refine your potential, and to chase after your calling. She may challenge you, but only to help you unlock the strength she sees in you, sometimes even before you see it yourself. It's not about control, it's not about pride, it's about love that's invested. She's in your corner, not for a reward, not for a spotlight, but because your growth brings her genuine happiness. And when you fall, she doesn't say, "I told you so." She offers her hand, brushes off the dust, and reminds you why you started. Because when a woman loves you deeply, your progress is personal to her, not because she needs you to be perfect, but because she knows what you're capable of, and she'll remind you of that until you believe it too. 7. She chooses you over and over again. Love isn't just fireworks at the beginning. It's what happens after the excitement settles, in the middle of arguments, in the quiet routines, and in the unglamorous moments. A woman who truly loves you doesn't just choose you once, she chooses you again and again, especially when it's not easy. It means sticking around when communication gets messy, when misunderstandings happen, when life throws curveballs neither of you expected. She doesn't look for the exit every time there's tension. Instead, she leans in, not to fight, but to understand, to fix, not flee. Because for her, loving you isn't about perfection, it's about commitment. You'll know she's still choosing you when she makes the effort to reconnect after distance, when she apologizes, even when it's hard, or when she sits with you during silence, instead of walking away from it. Her love says, "I'm here, even when it's tough," especially when it's tough. And that's the kind of woman who's not just in love with a version of you, she's in love with you, the real you, the growing you, the flawed, evolving, dreaming you. So if you recognize these signs in the woman in your life, don't take them lightly. That's not ordinary. That's love that chooses, that endures, that builds. It's not just that she loves you, it's that she values you. She's showing up, not just for who you are, but for what the two of you can become together. That kind of love deserves to be protected, appreciated, matched with equal effort and respect. Because when a woman loves you like that, you're not just lucky, you're deeply loved. If you see these signs in the woman in your life, don't take them for granted. Genuine love like this is rare and precious. It's worth protecting and nurturing every single day. So take a moment today to appreciate her, to show her you notice and value everything she does. Because love is a two-way street, and the best relationships grow when both people choose each other again and again. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on love, relationships, and understanding the people who matter most. And don't forget to comment below, what's one way the woman you love shows she truly cares? Thanks for watching, and remember, real love is seen in the little things, every day.